Hello people, today I will explain about CI/CD and GitHub Actions. The abbreviation is CI/CD is continuous integration and continuous deployment. Continuous integration and continuous deployment pipeline. It is used to automate the build, test, and deploy the code. It happens in two ways: continuous integration and continuous delivery. Continuous deployment. The two ways: continuous integration, continuous delivery, and continuous deployment. The developer creates the branch from the main branch, write the code, and push the code to the GitHub. Automatically, events trigger the pipeline. It check out the latest code into the pipeline. Install dependencies, code linting, next tests, build, and build the Docker image. Security scan, Docker image, build dependencies. Next, the build image moves into the environments such as dev, prod, and pre-prod. Finally, pipeline prompts for the manual approval. Up to here, continuous integration. And the code is ready for deployment. Manual intervention happens to send the code into the production. This is what continuous integration and continuous delivery. Continuous integration make the code ready from the developer to deployment stage. Next, finally the code deployed into the production through manual intervention. A DevOps engineer or any user should approve the pipeline to push the code into the deployment. Continuous deployment. Developer creates a branch, write the code, and push the code into the GitHub. Events trigger the pipeline. Check out the latest code into the pipeline. Install dependencies, code linting, tests, build, Docker image, security scan for dependencies, and Docker image. And the Docker image pushed into the any registries such as Docker registry, ECR, or SEO registry. Finally, the code or the build image pushed into the production. There is no manual intervention is needed. The code is automatically pushed into the production. This is exactly continuous deployment works. After releasing the code from the developer hand to directly goes into the line. And it is completely automated without any manual intervention. This is why it is called continuous deployment. The difference between continuous integration, continuous delivery, and continuous deployment is here. A human or a DevOps engineer should manually approve the pipeline to push the code into the production. In continuous deployment, tools such as GitLab CI, Bitbucket Pipeline, and Jenkins. GitHub is platform scope tool. We choose this tool especially whenever we want to continue our project in the long race. If we want to move the project into another platform like GitLab or Bitbucket in the future, it is tough because GitHub Actions is a platform scope tool. It provides everything in itself, like plugins, security scans, plugins such as the configuration files or the workflows are platform scoped because GitHub Actions prepared and pre-configured the plugins in itself for better configuration and easy build or easy pipeline automation. We write the pipeline workflows in a project itself. In the directory .github workflows, ci.yml, pod.yml, kubernetes.yml, ci.yml, or cd.yml. For one project, we can run multiple CI/CD pipelines such as test.yml, deploy.yml, build.yml, checkout.yml, dependencies.yml. For one single project, we can run multiple pipelines and we can configure all of them in one single directory which is called .github workflows. All the .yml files. These .yml files are called workflows. GitHub is a event-driven function. GitHub is an event-driven platform because events such as push, pull request, release, or issues. For example, a developer create a branch from the main branch, write the code, and push the code to the GitHub. Then automatically the code triggers the pipeline because here developer push the code. Push means it is a event. It is happening to the GitHub project. Then the event trigger the pipeline. That's why